Miss Putri.
Hi.
Hello. Dr. John C.
Hi.
Puan Baida.
Hi everybody.
Okay, then we have Madam Teresa.
Hi.
Madam Teresa and also Puan Faiza also here.
Hi.
Okay, so let's quickly go through our itineraries. Okay, so our program, so now we are at 8:10. Okay, all the team will be doing a very quick 1-minute pitch. Okay, using the templates that I have uploaded. Okay, then we will proceed to have a simple ideation discussions. I know all of you come with your own idea, okay, but we just need to make sure that your idea are properly matched to what the customer want. You know who are your customer and etc. Then at 10:15, we will break you into your own small group discussions using Google Meet. Okay, and you still need to discuss with your group using the Google Meet link that we have prepared for you. We will inform you the link later on. We will come back to this room again at 11 o'clock. So you will be doing your 1-minute pitch using the problem solution fit template. It will end at about 11:45. Okay, then we will continue with a discussion on business model. We will be using business model canvas. So you can see that one of your assignment need to be submitted today is business model canvas. Okay, you need to submit your assignment after the discussions. Then you will be again break into your group. Then you have your team discussions. Those who are not fasting, you may want to go for your lunch and so on. Okay, we will be coming back at 2. At our site, we will basically collect all your business model canvas that are uploaded in Google Classroom. Then at 3 p.m., we will start to discuss about final pitching. Then hopefully by 3:45, okay, we will be informing you about the final pitch arrangement, and also we will be informing you about some important forms that you need to fill out. Okay, so can we proceed?
Right, can we start with data organ?
Morning. So my venture is about data labeling service, as simple as that you open out Excel with a column, there's a labeling there. So who are we targeting is those companies interested in investing AI-related products or research. And we might also targeting the university level for those funded research. And why we going to do this? Because this data is becoming larger in size and technology become more advanced and the data is more easy to collect. But not much company that would go into labeling data. And where we would conduct our business, we will basically all the things hosted in a server. And how we getting revenue for it? We are, because traditionally only humans are involved, so we are going to implement AI technology into it. That's all. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Next, I'll be calling Project M.
Okay, so our name of our project is called Project G, Ilham Rami and Muhammad Adi Akan. So what is our product? It's a platform to connect talented game developers or freelancers with large known companies and businesses. So who we're doing it for? We're doing it for talented game developers who want to create a name for themselves. So basically, let's say freelancers who are trying to connect to large corporations, but they can't. So we are like the middle person. And also we have large corporations, the people that look for games to create. So why we're doing this for is to create a bridge for talented individuals to reach out to larger corporations because they do not have the necessary resources to do so. How we're doing this is by being how we're going to earn money is by being the intermediary between those freelancers and large corporations. And where we're doing it is through an online platform, or also known as our own websites. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Next, Health Cloud.
Yes, hello. I'm Hisham, and Health Cloud, it's about a website allowing users to upload their patient to upload their reports into a website. Then easy for them to back or to read that reports, and allowing also allowing the patient to share their reports with the doctors. So later on, no need to bring that report with them in the next visit to the doctors, because a lot of people they have the reports only in papers. They need to scan it or put it in email or save it in cloud or Google Drive or wherever. This website, it helped them to save their reports in one website. So how we can get money? Subscription of users or patient, and monthly subscription, or one time if they need to upload only once.
Okay, that's all.
That's
Thank you. Make life simple.
So our product is brass. It's made of brass. It's shaped like a key, so you can open any doors. So if there's a hook there that you can pull, and then you can press a button with it also. So it's targeted at people who live at or work at high-rise buildings, because the current pandemic. So we have like every time we need to open a door, or especially lifts, right? A lot of people press the button. So every time you press it, and then you need to sanitize your hand with brass. It's actually antimicrobial, so you don't need to like wipe it clean every time. So our target audience is people who live in high-rise buildings, and then it's also much more efficient and not wasteful of like those hand sanitizers.
Okay, your 1 minute is up. All right, thank you so much. Chiku Farm application.
Good morning, and my idea is Chiku Farm application. What is our product is we'll be selling chicken meat and eggs, and the people who would like to farm will be able to adopt chickens in that app and can also invest money to raise them. And who are our target audience is young adults who would love healthy food and farming. And why did we think of this idea is because in current days, people who like farming but they don't have time, they can use this app to invest the money to adopt the chickens and raise them. And where we'll be doing this is through the app. The customers can use the app to invest the money and raise them. And how we're going to make money is through the app. We will also be selling packages of eggs and chicken meat that customers could choose from, and they can also invest in the chicken, and we would get our commission. That's all, miss. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Short film Bapak Bore.
So I'm the producer for the team. I will explain about the what and who. Our product is a short film. The title is Bapak Bore Anak Rintik. And for this short film, we are intent to send it to film festival, short film festival, and some local international film festival. It's okay.
Okay, and basically in general, this film is about disconnection, and we try to make the story from it. And technology is supposed to bring us to relationship. I mean, like closer together. But what I can see, it's much more disconnected than ever lah. So how are we gonna get the money is from the film grant and also online crowdfunding. And where are we gonna post this film is through the film festival itself, like eShort and Sapporo. Thank you.
Next, Meet by Rod.
Yeah, good morning everyone. My name is Raj, or Raja for the long version. And so the products that I have to present to you today are 3-in-1 antibacterial and antifungal plant-based soap, and a shea butter as well. This is what the product looks like. There are 3 variations at the moment. This is the shea butter.
Okay.
Yeah, and the main target market for this is health and beauty enthusiasts who have an interest in self-care and overall well-being. The reason for these products are I would like to offer realistic and simple solutions to the many hair care problems that are faced by people, both male and female. Because these products combat problems like hyperpigmentation, dry skin, acne, razor bumps, eczema, so many problems. And we also have hair extensions for those in Malaysia who have curly hair or textured hair. So this is what it looks like. These are just some of the variations available. And for now, the main platform through which the products are sold are mainly Instagram. But in future, we hope to develop a website and use other social networking sites. And revenue will be generated through the sales of our products, which are namely the deep cleansing soap and shea butter whip and hair extensions. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Dagang.
Hi, good morning. So, Dagang is a Bursa Malaysia trading simulator mobile app. Our target is for the novices traders, the new traders who would like to learn stock trading. This is because this app allow users to simulate stock market trading without using real money. So, these are for people who don't have enough capital or who are not willing to use their capital first. So, we will promote this app in the Google Play Store and we will make money by asking user to pay should they need enhanced functions such as portfolio analysis and stuff like that. So, thank you.
Thank you. Water tap control.
Alright, so basically my idea is related to water tap. So most of us sometimes we forget to close our water tap, right? So basically we using this product, we can receive the notification once if our water tap does not close. So we can control our water tap through the application basically. So most of our target is for the household. And this product is meant to solve the water waste problem. So basically, that is it.
Okay, thank you. Speak now.
Okay, I'm here. Hello.
All right.
My name is Tong. So basically, my group will be presenting Speak Now. This is the online platform that will prepare classes for online speaking practice. Why we will provide this online speaking practice platform is because we wanted to provide an immersive language learning environment. We targeted for those who students and working adults who wanted to enhance their speaking skill. So basically, we will invite the tutor or maybe the retired teacher that have a related qualification. Then we will let them to conduct their classes based on different category that we set. The category can be like a daily speaking skill, or maybe the public speaking skill, or maybe is the presentation speaking skill. So actually that is not a formal tuition type, but it's the classes that will let the user to speak and practice their speaking skill. Yeah.
All right. Okay, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Bagan.
Right. Hi. Let's start with Bagan. We are a small film production company. Who are we targeting is the general audience and the film festivals, and also the local audience as well. Why are we telling this story? It's because we want to tell an untold story to the indigenous people of Seletar. So basically, our story, we're making a short film about indigenous children. It's also to give voice to the indigenous children because they might soon leave their village. Where will we be promoting our film before it's released? It's online, for example, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and also in film festivals as well. How is we will be promoting the film worldwide? For example, online, YouTube, Vimeo, but it's pay-per-view, and also to film festivals. Right, so thank you.
Time is up. All right. Okay, sorry. Renting.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so our business idea is actually an all-in-one online renting website. And who are we targeting? We are mainly targeting students at first, and then we will slowly go to working adults. And why are we doing this? In Malaysia, there's actually too much online renting platform, and it can confuse renters to rent and compare prices. So by doing this, we can help them to actually find various product listings in just one place. Where are we doing this? Mainly we'll be doing this in social media first, and then when we are generating enough income, we will build our own online website and also our own application. How we will earn money? Mainly we will earn our revenue from commission from renting product, which is 3%. And then when we have our own app and website, we'll use the future mode where our renters can pay for it, and also advertisement. Thank you.
Thank you. We have In Peace short film.
Hello, I'm Kabilan, the producer of this short film, In Peace, which is a logline, which is a Mualaf mother has to find the strength to manage her husband's funeral with the help of a careless father-in-law. So where are we going to promote this? So we're going to send it for general audience and film festivals. How are we going to promote this? Through How? Through promoting online and film festivals, and then how we're going to get our money is crowdfunding film grants. And where is for film festivals? And my director will explain why.
Hi. So, as for why we want to make this film, it is to highlight issues concerning loss and grief within a family, and as well as the interracial society in our country. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So next we have Enlight.
Alright, so good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nicholas and I'm from the team Enlight. So what is Enlight? Enlight is a platform where we realize people's true potential and we make them want to use that passion in order to make a future for themselves. So why are we doing this? Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. We believe that the most important place with knowledge is not the library, but it's the grave. This is why we say so. It is because all good ideas that are not properly used go to the grave. And we, Enlight over here, would like to make people realize that they can use their potential and their passion to make a business for themselves. So we're going to be doing this by using an online platform for them to actually use their talents and services. And we can actually do this by using these online services. We are going to be serving households, NGOs that actually need these services as well, and we will be making money through commission that we will be getting from the people that use our service as well. Okay, so that is it for me. Thank you so much.
Buah angkat.
Hi. So Buah Angkat is a service that enables customer to adopt a fruit tree to their preference and get their produce immediately after harvesting. So we also provide side income for farmers and they will need to only deliver their produce to customers. So our target markets are young adults and families as they have disposable income and farmers who are looking for a side income. Why do we want to do this is because we want to ease the process of seeing people who can't grow fruits by having the ability to adopt a tree and getting its produce. And then we also want to ease the process of farmers by having customers from the get-go. So right now we are targeting to go to social media, including WhatsApp, as where we gonna do our service, and we gonna generate our income by having a one-time annual fee, a one-time fee, and then a subscription-based fee for the customers. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, can I check with Yaya and Co?
Yes. Okay. So what our service is, we are a personal delivery. Personal delivery is when we help people deliver groceries to them. So we are targeting family and working parents due to them being busy. And why? Because sometimes they don't have enough time to buy groceries, and because during current situation, the pandemic, people have in short need of groceries. So where? Our service is in Putrajaya and the main communication platform is through WhatsApp. So this family can just WhatsApp us the grocery list and we can buy and deliver it to them. So how we make our money is by buying supply from our supplier, and we get supply discount price, and we will sell it back to them at market price based on the KP, the NHP, and we also charge 10 ringgit for the delivery. Thank you.
One-stop marketplace for digital marketers.
Okay, hi. Hi, my name is Regina. So, what is actually this one-stop marketplace? Is that marketplace between digital marketers and business people who seeks help for digital marketing. And who is going to get involved is the digital marketers. Either they are doing it part-time or full-time, and business people who seeks for digital marketing option. And why did we come up with this plan is because it's accessible, time-saving opportunity for part-time digital marketers. So how do we earn money is that by sign-up fees, monthly subscriptions, commission if service has been selected. And how will it be done is it's through mobile platform. That's all from us. Thank you.
So we are done. So now let's hand over to Dr. Ong Jin Wei for the next session on value proposition.
Okay, so we are back here again. Okay, so we look at first of all ideations. Obviously, all of you have a good idea. Some of your idea are obviously better than the others. Okay, but no worry. Okay, let's see how we can fine-tune ideas over here. Okay, so what we would what we will be doing here is we will be using value proposition canvas, and we will be using the concept of design thinking as well. Okay, so if you have no ideas about what is design thinking, okay, so this is basically the framework of design thinking. It involves a process of creating an ideas that fit what the customer wants. So the very first stage of design thinking is basically to empathize your customer. Okay, then you define your customer problems, then you start to come up with a lot of ideas and choose the best ideas to solve the customer problems. Then it go into the stage of prototyping your ideas. If you don't prototype your idea, there is a possibility that people just cannot understand your idea. And the last stage is to test your ideas in the market. Okay, so we also incorporate this value proposition canvas. Okay, you can see on my right a circle. Okay, you see the customer jobs over there, gains and pain. So on my left is a square, you see product and service, pain reliever, and gain creators. So this is where this is the templates that we will be using to empathize on our customer and also to ideate. Okay, now let's start empathizing. Okay, simple things. Now, you might want to unmute your mic if you want to say something, or you might use the chat box. Now, how many of you, when you develop your ideas, you basically have your customer in your mind? Yeah, Yi Hong, I can see yes. Okay, so basically, I think this session will be very, very easy for all of you. Okay, so first of all, you have your customer in your mind. Okay, then you need to know what problems are you trying to solve. So before you know what problems you are trying to solve, you may want to look into your customer jobs. Okay, so what are the customer jobs that you need to do? Okay, you might want to register yourself, then you will have to wake up early in the morning, you have to complete your assignment, then you have to log in here. Okay, then you have a busy day over here today. Okay, most of you will have another busy day and nervous day presenting to our VIP panels this Thursday. Okay, so those will be the customer jobs. Okay, so clear, right? Customer jobs. You need to know what your customers are doing, and then while the customer are doing all these jobs, they could suffer. Okay, so how many of you struggle to wake up this morning? Yeah, how many of you struggle? Yeah, Ilham, very honest. Yeah, struggle to wake up this morning. This is what you don't want. Okay, pains. Okay, you might. How many of you basically struggle to submit your assignment? Like I see when I check in our startup room, our Google Classroom, I see only less than half of you have submitted your assignment. So you struggle again over there. You don't like. And some of you might say that, hey, the informations that we have uploaded are so ambiguous. So this morning, some of you might be late, but you are not actually late. You just cannot find the Google Meets link over there. Okay, some of you see that we have uploaded the assignment, and there is something that you have never seen before in your life. And deep in your heart, you might say something like, what the do? Okay, what the do that they are asking me to do? That is terrible. Okay, so these are the pains that you might have while you are trying to complete your jobs of getting a funding. But in the meantime, okay, you might have some gains as well. You might say, wow, early in the morning you come here, you might love what you see. Okay, you might be happy. You might suddenly see all your friends are presenting and you see some brilliant ideas over there. You might see some very, very motivated people over there. And most importantly, you might be asking for 5,000 to start out your business later on, but we decided to give you, let's say, 10,000 because your ideas are just so brilliant. So those are the gains that you might be getting from these sessions. Now, many people are asking, is the gain opposite of the pains? Yes or no? Okay, gain is not opposite of the pain. Yeah? For example, we give you a Google link, then you click on the Google link, and you can log in and see everybody here. Is that a gain? Okay, for those who say yes, okay, those are not the gain because that is what you have expected. Now, if you click on the link and it direct you here, you can hear people talking, you can see those are not the gain because people has expected it. But if you click on the link and it found that the link is broken, or they direct you here like few days ago, okay, they direct you here and you found that you cannot talk at all, okay, people can't hear you, or when you come to the Google Classroom, it gets too noisy over here. So those are the pain, okay, but if you just can come in, and we cannot consider those as gain. Okay, gain have to be I would say something that beyond what you expect and something that really cheers you out. Okay, so this is the customer job, customer pain, and customer gains. Okay, later on you need to download this diagram and you need to start filling it out. Okay, we will not be asking you to show us this, but this will be a very good guideline. Now, another things that you need to take care over here. When a customer or when we do something, it is not just about the functionality that we wanted to achieve. Now, all of you come here, you wanted to get funding to start out your business. Okay, but I would say that those are not all the tasks that you wanted to accomplish, right? So what else you want to achieve over here? You might say, I want, let's say my parents to feel proud of me. Okay, I want my parents to say, yeah, I have a great son or daughter. Look, while they are in the university, they are already entrepreneurs. Now, obviously, those are not the functional of the jobs that you are trying to accomplish, but those are what we call an emotional one. Or some of you might be saying that, hey, I am here to see and look for the great people that I can work for. I want friends, but I just don't like people around me. Okay, they are not entrepreneurial. So one of the other reason that I'm here today, apart from getting funding and starting my own business, is to get to know people. Okay, again, that is another we call social needs that you are trying to fulfill while you are here today. Okay, just take notes on these emotional and social needs. Most of the time, people make a decision and those decisions are not 100% logical. They could be most of the time influenced by these social needs or emotional needs. Okay, just take an example. Now, many of you might be using an iPhone. Those iPhone users, okay, can I see how many of you are using iPhone over here? Now, obviously I won't be able to see because I'm showing my screen. Now, any iPhone user here? Say yes, iPhone. I love Apple. Yeah, a lot of you. Okay, I have to apologize to you first. Now, iPhone, Samsung, I like it. Okay, iPhone user are the highly loyal customer. Okay, iPhone users are highly loyal customer. That means the moment they have their iPhone, it is so difficult for them to switch. Okay, now, despite iPhone no longer making, Yong-en, I know. Despite iPhone no longer making the best phone in the world, but iPhone users still stick with iPhone deep in their heart and acknowledge that, yes, my phone is no longer the best, but they still enjoy it because of their social needs. I feel proud, I feel happy, I feel good when all my friends around me are using iPhone, so I wanted to be part of them. Okay, so those are the issues that we need to understand. Yeah, recently changed, right? Okay, so that is on our customer segment of value proposition canvas. Okay, you need to understand the customer jobs, customer pain, and customer gains. Okay, remember, pain and gains are not the opposite of it. For example, when you graduate from university, if you get a job immediately, that might not be a gain. But if you don't get a job, that might be a pain. But if you get a job offer before you graduate, okay, you can consider that as a gain. After we empathize on our customer, what will happen next? Okay, we need to actually now empathizing customer, okay, and using the customer segment of your value proposition canvas might give you a lot of information. If you really take the templates, you go out and you start talking to people and you start documenting. Okay, when you talk to like few people, you will find that wow, it's full of information over there, and everybody could be telling you slightly different story, but you might find that some of the customer and most of the customer have some common problems. So now what we need to do is we need to define exactly what are the problems that we try to solve. So over here, most of the time we will encourage users of the templates or the design thinking. Most of the time they emphasize on a problem statement. So you need to be very clearly spelling out that, okay, we found that our customer need helps in what, and we will be able to help them by a very general way. For example, okay, now one of the hotly discussed topic, okay, for those graduating students, it might not be good now because the moment you leave your university or you leave MMU, jobs are limited outside. Okay, jobs are limited outside. So when we talk to final year students, graduating students, they might be telling us a lot of things, but we say, okay, let's focus. And we say that we found that the customer need helps in getting a jobs. Okay, and how we will be able to help them? We might not be at this moment talking about, oh, creating an apps, creating a platform, okay, starting a job recruiting agents or whatsoever, not at this moment. So just to phrase your problems in another way. And we found that we will be able to help them by securing a desirable income. Okay, so that would be broader than just getting those unemployed to get a jobs, because it will be perfectly okay if they start out business. Okay, so those are the things. Yeah, gig economy, many are talking about it. So you can start delivery, you can start to do a lot of things like freelancing. Okay, freelancing will be the next big things, yeah, just for your information. Okay, that means I have a skill. I might not want to work with a fixed company anymore. So I can just put my talents up there and say, hey, look, whoever want me, you just come to this platform. There are a lot of great people over here that don't consume your fixed salary and etc. Okay, these are the new trends that we are seeing now in the economy. So that is the problem statement. Just after you think about what your customer need, be very, very clear to spell out what are the customer problems that you are trying to solve. Okay, now imagine you might need to do a bit of reverse because you have come up with your ideas, or you might have gone through this process previously, but you might not have documented them accordingly. Okay, so after you have a problems, you start to ideate. Now, how am I going to exactly solve the customer problem? So most of the time you will be doing a lot of brainstorming over here. You will be having a group discussions, and then you come out with this. Okay, we will use value map to document it. Now, what are the product and service that might help to solve the customer problems? Okay, over here, it is not necessarily for you to list one product. You can try to list several of them, and you find a way to combine them or package them later on. Now, you can also see the gain creator over here, and the pain reliever. Okay, the one that look like a pill is a pain reliever. The other one look like the share market movement. Okay, that is a gain creators. Now, what are these? Pain relievers and gain creators are the features of your product or service. Okay, and these features are so important because the pain relievers will help to remove or relieve the customer pain. Okay, let's say I can't wake up early in the morning. So what can make you wake up early in the morning? Alarm clock. But can alarm clock solve your pain? No, alarm clock basically deepen your pain because early in the morning, the alarm clock start to wake you out. So what can help you? Maybe we design a pill. So when you eat the pill, you feel energetic, okay, and etc. So pain relievers, basically to relieve the pains that you have. Then obviously some of the features are gain creators. Okay, I want to get a job before I graduate. I want to get a job before I graduate. If I get a job before I graduate, I will feel really, really, really happy with it. So what you have to design in your product features to make sure that the students can get a job, for example. Okay, or some of the freelancers will say, wow, I will really feel happy when people pay me what I deserve, because a lot of freelancers are underpaid in the market. So what are the features that you need to build into your product to make sure that basically the freelancers can get the jobs that they deserve, okay, and get the pay that they deserve? Yes, Yong-Eun, if you look at, I have been sharing with a lot of people, name V. I don't know whether you all like him or not. He is one of the famous celebrities. Okay, so he basically came out with an apps, and the apps basically trying to list what are the talents that you have, okay, and how the customers should pay you, all these type of things. Okay, so this is what we call the value map in value proposition canvas. You are spelling out the product or service that you are trying to build. Then you need to spell out the features of your product. Okay, the features of your product, some of them can help to relieve pain, and some of them can help to create gains. Okay, so these are very, very important features that you need to have. Okay, now we are over with 3 steps in our design thinking: empathy, define, ideate. Okay, so what next? You need to now map this customer segment together with your value map now. Okay, you need to bring them together and see, hey, is there really a fit? Now you might, in a lot of time, basically what I have seen is people start to go to the customer, start to talk to the customer, start to identify the customer needs. When they come back, they start to ideate based on what the customer wants. Okay, when they go for first round of ideation, they improvise their product, and then they improvise it again, and then they improvise it again. They found that eventually, interestingly, they found that their product no longer matched to what the customer wants, completely gone. Okay, so always have this full value proposition canvas in your mind. Okay, so that you can again map and say that, hey, am I actually solving customer problems? Okay, customer mind changing. Now, customer mind will change, but the typical problems that they are facing will be similar. Yep, customer minds might change and say that, hey, I need something slightly different today, but the fundamental problems that customer have is still the same. Okay, so try to find out an ideas that can solve the fundamental problems. Then what you need to focus on at the later stage is continue to develop so that you can continuously chasing or matching to what the customer wants. Yeah, Yong-Eun made a very good point here. You all need to understand that what the customer wants today might be different when you complete your product development. So a lot of people in entrepreneurship communities are talking about lean startup. That means don't waste time to plan too much on your product. The moment you identify customer needs, you create your what we call minimum viable product. Now push it to the market. Don't wait. If it don't work, the market will tell you that it don't work, and you quickly come back and pivot your product. Okay, so we are over with the first three steps in design thinking. So the moment you have your product confirmed, what you need to do is you need to do a quick prototyping. Okay, just to prototype your product, make it in a form that touchable, can be seen, okay, and it will be brilliant if your prototype can perform some simple functions. Now, these are the minimum required. You can see that, well, it looks like a phone, but it is not exactly a phone. It's on a paper. But on this paper, basically, people are seeing what are the functions that you are trying to demonstrate over here. So the customer basically now, instead of listening to your ideas, they would have a clear ideas of what your apps look like and what are the key functions that it can serve. And these key functions need to be mapped back to your value proposition canvas, or we say the problem solutions fit templates. Now you are also seeing someone like carrying a bag. Luckily, we are over with the Qingming Festival. Else, you might be questioning what is the function of the bag. Now you see the bag is made out of paper again. Okay, it's made out of paper again. Okay, so yeah, you might say, hey, look, my bag is different from the others. My bag have function A, function B, function C. But if the customer can't see it, they might not be able to imagine how the bag look like. Okay, just for your information, apart from serving the functionality needs to carry something inside, basically bags are very important for you to look good. You don't want a bag with great functions, but it looks terrible. Okay, this is exactly what Huawei is promoting to us lately when they launched their laptop. Okay, they say now laptop is like your mate. Okay, it's like your boyfriends or girlfriends. Okay, when you bring it out, it need to look good. It need to make you look good, and etc. Okay, so it is very important for you to prototype. And if you are selling food and beverage, anyone selling food and beverage here? Prototyping food and beverage, obviously you cannot use paper to make a meatball or a fish ball and say, hey, let's try. Okay, you need to make the products and then you need to let the customer try. Okay, so those are prototyping. Now, after you prototype, last one, you need to test. How to test your product? Now, several ways. Number one, you can obviously bring your product, show it to your friends, have a chit chat with your friends, ask them how your products look like. But I will strongly discourage you to show it to your best friend, your boyfriend, girlfriend, or your parents. Okay, but obviously they have to tell you that your product look great. Okay, so don't show it to them. You are wasting your time. Try to show it to strangers. But how to show it to strangers? Previously, before we have this MCO, you can just walk around, stop whoever you meet and tell them that, hey, look guys, this is my product. What do you think about it? Do you want to taste it, touch it, and so on? Okay, but you might not be able to do it now. So what can you do? You can convert it into a digital format, put it online. Okay, then you promote your product to Facebook, get people to come to your landing page, and then they go into your landing page, look at your product, evaluate your product, and then they tell you whether they like it or not. Now, like it or not is simple. I've seen people saying that if you like it, you click a like. Clicking a like is so easy. You might want to tell them, okay, if you like it, can you leave your email contact with us so that we will be contacting you once the product is ready. Now, people might not like to be contacted. They will only want to be contacted if they are seriously into your product. They seriously like your product. Okay? So those are one way, landing page. Okay, you can do some blind tests also, just blindfold somebody. Okay, this is X, this is Y, taste which one you like. Or in the digital age today, you might not need to do all these things. Just go and look for big data available online. Okay, trying to see now how many people actually like it, how many people actually do this type of things. All these informations might have been available online just for you to mine them. Okay, so now testing, we won't ask you to do this. No, not to be too worried, we won't ask you to do this, but just to tell you that if you started your own business and you need to do some tests, all the tests should be documented. Okay, so you can see over here, they have something like, we believe that most of the students wanted to be entrepreneurs. Then number two, we need to verify this. So to verify this, we will run a startup bootcamp. Okay, and we will invite all the students to participate. Now, this is what the activities that we need to do to test. Then how to measure. Okay, we will measure by number of students register and complete the bootcamp. Now, step 4, how to know whether our hypothesis is right. So we will say we are right if in every of our bootcamp there are at least 40 participants. Okay, so this is a well-documented test card. So by the end of this, you will know exactly what am I actually testing and whether my hypothesis is right or not. I think we will proceed to the next sessions. We will be talking about business model canvas now.
Okay, so basically what we're going to be doing now at the moment is we're going to create your business model. Like what Jinwei have mentioned earlier, you have to think big about your product if you have a product in mind, because you have to now think about your venture. You have to think about 2 years down the road, 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road. Yeah, because this is what you want to be doing and you want to have, right? So basically, what we'll be having is this business model will describe how you create, how you deliver, and how you capture value. Yeah, when I say capture value, you will look at your competitors. You will look at how unique your venture is or your product compared to the rest. Yeah, so this is the business model canvas that you'll be doing after this. All right, so there will be 9 boxes. Yeah, if you look at the boxes, I will explain one by one of the boxes. But the key thing is you have done the first box, which is value proposition. Yeah, so when you did your first box, value proposition, you have actually thought about your customer segments. Who will be your customer? All right. So at the moment, yeah, you need to now look at, because I noticed when you were presenting on your 1-minute pitch and on your pains and gains, I noticed that you might not have thought of your competitors. Yeah, so this is how your business model canvas will be valuable to you, because then you will think about how are you unique compared to the rest of the other businesses out there who's already there, yeah, in the market. All right. So now we have 9 building blocks in the business model canvas. We have customer segments, we have value propositions, we have channels, we have customer relationships, we have revenue streams, we have key resources, we have key activities, key partnerships, and cost structure. All right, so now I'm going to go into one by one. So if you have question at the moment, can you just maybe just say yes or no in the chat? I'll probably be able to hear your yes or no. Are we okay?
Yeah.
Right. All right. Now, again, I'm projecting this business model canvas. Although you see on your left it starts with key partners, and on your right it ends with customer segments, right? And at the 2 bottom it have cost structure and revenue streams. Not necessarily you have to start from left to right or from right to left. All right. different trainers or different entrepreneurs, they have different way of filling up this business model canvas. But the key thing is this business model canvas must be something that you can change. Yeah, so when you discuss, of course now because we are doing it virtually, you can do it in your soft copy. But if you were to imagine that if you have to have a hard copy, you must imagine to do it on your post-it notes, so that then you can interchangeably change it. And when you realize that you might need to pivot your ideas, right? So normally, for me personally, I would start with value proposition, yeah, to show how unique your business is, how unique your venture or your product, right? So and when I start with this value proposition, I would think about my customer segments. All right, who will be your target market? So now let's look at customer segments. So customer segments building block defines a different group of people or organizations, an enterprise of people aim to reach or serve. All right. So if you look at that picture, you might notice that there are a few things that you need to look at, right? Who are their demographic? Who are you focusing on? Male, female, where are they? Yeah. So I noticed that there are some groups, for example, Kitchen Shout, you say that you're going to be very local, right? So the location matters. Yeah. How are you going to sustain? Yeah. If you're only focusing on one area, so you need to think about all that. And the kind of people that is going to be interested in your product. You know, are they professionals? Are they the lower income or the mid-range, or are they using your product as part of their hobbies, or is it as part of their, to reflect their values? All right. Now, for example, I were to say Grab. Can you now put in the chat box to say who will be their customer segments? When I say customers, there's always two ways around it. Yes, correct, drivers. Yeah, so you're not only looking at the passengers, you're also looking at the drivers as well. But more specifically, what type of passengers are we looking at? Who are these people? Why are they not just taking a cab? Or maybe take a LRT or MRT? Okay, so I see very constructive comments there. Yeah, because when the whole reason why they have Grab, you know, you want to be able, safety is an issue, yeah, one thing. And then you want to be able to see where is the car, and how where are they going, and then how much. Yeah, so that is also an issue. Right? So these are the things that you need to look at when you are building your customer segments. Yeah, so not just looking at one-sided. Yeah, for example, like Grab, you are also looking at the driver side. Yeah, because they're gonna be your customers, because they got the, you know, there are two parts, right? Two ways around it when you have Grab. All right, next. Okay, so I hope I don't have to explain much on this, on your value propositions. Yeah, it will describe your products, it will describe your services, but more importantly, you must be able to show that it creates value for your customer. Right? When I say create value, I mean you must answer these questions. What value do we deliver to the customer? Which one of our customers' problems are we helping to solve? Yeah, we must target what problems that we want to solve. Yeah, and we also must target which customer needs are we satisfying. All right. So this is where then you will bundle your products and services to each and every of your customer. Yeah. So you might have more than one customer segment. Yeah, so then you must be able to bundle your value proposition into the customer segment, into each of the customer segment. Right? Okay, next. Now, channel. So basically, when we talk about channels, we are talking about how do we, if we talk about very physical, yeah. So we talk about how do we channel your, say for example, if you are doing say the poultry, for example, the chicken. Yeah, how do you bring that chicken to your customer? Yeah, so first is in terms of physical. Yeah, secondly, how do you build awareness to your customer? Must you have a website, or do you have a platform? How do you allow your customers to be able to reach you? And then how do they purchase from you? Do you sell it online, or do you sell it offline, or do you have a shop? Yeah, do you do it face to face, or do you have delivery, or do you have after sales services? So for example, if you think like Kowe, for example, or Kuku, so they have after sales, right? So these are the things that you need to think about when you start creating your channel, right? So basically, what is the platform that you'll be using to communicate and to reach your customer? And then from that on, because you want your customer to stay with you, yeah, you must build a relationship with your customer. How do you build your relationship? You must be able to establish this looking at your demographic, looking at your specific customer segments. You need to also look at the kind of how do you provide assistance to them. Do you have personal assistance? Do you have dedicated personal assistance? Normally, dedicated personal assistance, you see products such as insurance. Yeah, they have insurance agents go specific to your specific needs. And is it self-service? If it's self-service, where do you provide them? Yeah, how do you provide them? And then, is it automated services, or do you want to build a communities? Yeah, Amazon, for example. Yeah, you will, before you purchase, you will start looking at their reviews. Yeah, so for example, if you have reviews from customers, do you just want to let be what happened if it's a negative review? Okay, so you don't want to leave the negative reviews on that platform. Yeah, you must be able to interact. Yeah, so that people will be able to see how you actually take care of the customer. Let's look at revenue streams. Okay, so I see a lot of people struggle with this. Okay, so I hope by the end of today, you will be able to list down how will you get your revenue. So it could be as simple as, because that's the key of having a venture, right? Of having a startup. You must be sustainable. You must be able to gain profit for you to be able to keep on going. Yeah, year in, year out. Yeah. So it could be as simple as selling, by selling the product, or by getting people to pay fee for using your platform or using your product. Yeah. Sometimes like Netflix, you have subscription fees where people pay monthly. Yeah, and then at the moment now you have a lot of lending or renting or leasing kind of income coming in. Yeah, because you see people start to lease water filter, air filter, and then you even have leasing of coffee machine. Yeah, licensing will work more on, if you're more in the creative side, yeah, on your using your IP. Mostly licensing fee will come from the music, yeah, or movies, yeah, or TV series. Yeah, that comes from licensing fee, or brokerage fees. Yeah, so that could also be part of your revenue stream. Yeah, brokerage fees, or sometimes when you have an app or a platform, you allow people to advertise on your platform. So that is also some form of revenue. Yeah, because I see there's a number of apps here going on. You might want to think of that as well. Yeah, advertising. So not just usage fee or subscription fees. So I hope you get what I mean when I say revenue. Yeah? So you must be able to think about when you get revenue, what are the different ways or different source of revenue that you will get. Yeah, you must think of that. Because why? You see a very clear-cut, classic example for example, during MCO. Yeah, when you only have one revenue stream for your business, the moment you are not able to run that business, then you're stuck. So that's why you must have multiple revenue streams, yeah, for you to be able to sustain. Okay, all right. Now, of course, when we talk about your business, your customers, your revenue streams, then we must be able to talk about how do you build your business, how do you build your venture, yeah, your key resources. What do you need? Do you need a warehouse? Do you need a factory? Or can you just subcon it to somebody else? Or do you need a platform, some software, some hardware, and human resource? Of course, human resource is one of the key factors. Yeah, you must have people behind it to manage your venture. Yeah, and sometimes people, some of the key resources that they have is also financial. Mostly, it doesn't apply to most of your venture. So some people use financial as key resources for them to be able to loan it to their suppliers, for example. Yeah, or it could be know-how. Yeah, you might need someone to know how to build your platform. most of the time you will think about the physical resources that you will need, but you must also think about the back end, the other things that you might need, right? So that's your key resources. So once you have your key resources, then only you'll be able to think about your key activities. When I say key activities, I mean what is the important things that a company must do to make their business work. Yeah. If you have a product, how do you do the production? Where are you going to go? Who are your suppliers? At this moment, maybe you think that, okay, I'm only having just an idea at this moment, but you must be able to at least list down who will be your suppliers, what will be your key activities for you then to figure out who will you be able to contact. Yeah. So production, of course, if it's a product, you will need to think about that. Problem solving, if you are trying to have a solution, for a certain customer pains, or a platform or a network, and not forgetting also on the other side of the business, which is also marketing. How do you market your products? So that should also be included in your key activities. So therefore, you must be able to connect your key activities back to how do you reach out to your customer. So once you are able to list your key activities, then you will be able to list your key partners. At this moment, you might be able to think like, for example, for buah angkat, you'll probably be able to think about who will be your farmers, who will be the one delivering it, who will be the one creating the platform, So you must be able to actually imagine who will be your key partners, from your suppliers, for example, from Grab, from your drivers, So you must be able to think about that. So once you have that, so now if you notice, you have finished all the upper blocks. So now you need to figure out the two lower blocks, which some people will say this is the most important things because it talks about money. So you will need to look at cost structure, and then you will need to look at your revenue streams. So cost structure. So when you talk about cost structure, you must be able to know what costs are involved here. What are we talking about? If you are starting out, then you decided to have a shop lot, you must think about, will I be able to pay rental monthly, every month, every month to pay rental for that shop lot. And if you're starting out, you probably would have to buy your tables and chairs just for your office, not for your product just yet. Okay, so will you be able to afford that? So that's why you notice most of the startups, they start from their own garage because they don't want to incur costs on space, on new tables and chairs, on their office unit, on their office space, right? So when you build up your cost structure, you must then be able to think about what is the most important cost in your business model. You must start to look at which are the most expensive costs for that key resources or key activities. Some ventures or some businesses will have no choice but to put high regard or very heavy emphasis on marketing. And therefore their marketing costs will be very expensive. But some will be able to do by way of social media, and they probably have zero cost on social media unless they want to go by way of FB ads, for example. Right? So once you are able to understand and know your key activities, and key resources, then you are able to list down your cost structure. Alright, so if you look at the value proposition, this is for Uber, and now it's more popular Grab after they have taken over. So their value proposition for their customers is they have minimum waiting time, because they are everywhere. They are everywhere, and the prices. This is their whole proposition. Their prices are lesser than the normal taxi fares. Because that was the main pain that customers will have with taxis. Yeah, because they have their association, they have their union, so they are very strong in terms of, if I say 15 ringgit, for a 5-minute ride, every other taxi will also charge you 15 ringgit, right? So their prices are lesser than normal taxi fares, and it's cashless. Yeah, for some people they prefer cashless, so they will go by card. Yeah, and you can actually track them. Yeah, you can actually track them on the map. So that is their value. Yeah, how do they sell it? And for drivers, how did they manage to get so many people under them? Yeah, so many drivers under them. So most of the drivers will be able to do it on part-time. So this will become their additional source of income. Yeah, and because they work part-time for this, then it becomes flexible. Yeah, flexible working schedule. So this is perfect for those who wants to do this as a second job, yeah, and to gain more money, or for those who have families to look after, some things personal to them that they need to work around their schedule. Yeah, and they have easy payment procedures. Yeah, everything is online. Yeah, on a platform, and they get paid online. Yeah, even without a request. Yeah, right. So that is their value proposition. So the kind of customers segments that they have. Yeah. So the first segment is the users. Yeah. Especially those who do not own a car or those who do not want to drive. Yeah. It started out in the UK and the US because they don't want to drive after they have a drink. Yeah. So they know that they are going to a party, so they cannot drink and drive, right? So Grab is the best. Yeah, Uber is the best. And for those, yeah, this is also catering to a very niche, sometimes this is go into the value, yeah, so it's not just necessity based. So for those people who like to travel in style and want to be treated as a VIP, because what? You get to choose the kind of car that you want to have, kan? Yeah, so it can be for this can be as part of your value, your travel in style. And sometimes those who want a cost-efficient cab at their doorstep. Yeah, so that's when we are talking about the prices earlier. Yeah, very cheap price. And for the drivers, right? For those who own a car and want to earn money, yeah. So one, and for those who love to drive, yeah, they will need to be able to be in the car for 8-9 hours a day. So they must love to drive. And for those who wish to be co-partners instead of drivers, yeah, so sometimes they want more flexibility. So rather than becoming a driver for one company, one individual, they would rather be a partner with Uber or Grab, right? So that's for drivers, for our customer segment. Then we go straight to key partners. So the moment you have that in mind, then you start thinking, who are your partners? Yeah, you have your drivers with their cars. You have to have their payment gateway, your processors. You have to map API providers, yeah, for your platform. Of course, you need your investors, yeah. If you think that, okay, I need a huge sum of money for this, yeah, so you need your investors. Then, what will be your key activities? Yeah, you have your product development and management. Yeah, you must be able to develop it and manage it. You have your marketing, yeah, and customer acquisition. You must be able to hire drivers, you manage driver payouts, and you support the customer. Okay, so when you have these activities, then you look at your key resources. Yeah, here they only highlighted 2 things basically: your platform and your drivers. That's all. Yeah, so they don't have warehouse, they don't have office space, they don't highlight this, at least at the moment here. They don't highlight that. Okay, so they only highlight 2 things. Okay. Then, how do they build relationship to their customers? They use social media, yeah. They use customer support, yeah, from their website, and their review and rating in their platform. Yeah, their platform is very important because then they will get their review, their rating, and their feedback all through their platform. Yeah, so that's why the drivers kept asking you to do your 5-star for them. Yeah, so basically the channels is through their app, yeah, their website, and be it Android or iPhone, yeah, iOS. So if you look at their revenue streams, yeah, the fees, yeah, for their car rides, the search pricing, because it is based on demand, right? So, and you have different types of, here you highlighted Uber, different types of cars. Yeah? And then different types of services that they provide. All right. So even now you can start seeing Grab are starting to go on not just, ride e-hailing, but they also go on Grab Food. They also do on things, to pick up on groceries and whatnot. So basically their costs are highly on technology, technology infrastructure. And of course, they have to pay their employees and their events, their launch events, their marketing expenditure. All this is their cost. So that's basically it. This is an example of as to how you can build your business model canvas. For today's purposes, after this, you're going to go into your breakout room. So you're going to prepare your canvas. You're going to start putting in your, so we have this template on your Google Classroom. You should be able to see this template. And then you must fill in your own business model canvas. I suggest you start from your value proposition, and then you go to customer segments, and then you go here. From customer segments from right to left. Okay. Then you think about your revenue and your cost structure. Okay. Any question?